Hi, my name is Todd Porter, and I'm the founder of The Music Coach. And in this short video, I'm going to show you how to tune your guitar. The first thing you're going to need is a chromatic tuner, like the one I'm showing you here in this video. Now, there's two ways to get one. You can get them often for free or for very cheap in an app store that'll work on a tablet or on a smartphone. And you can also get a physical tuner like the one I'm showing in this video from a music store. Now, one important note that can be a little confusing at first is there are guitar and bass tuners that are sold in music stores, but I don't recommend ever using them, simply because if your guitar gets really out of tune or if you want to use an alternative tuning, they aren't really very useful. And a chromatic tuner does everything. It can tune all sorts of different instruments. You can do all sorts of different tuning. So I highly recommend getting a chromatic tuner. The first thing I want you to look at when you turn your tuner on is that you see the number 440 somewhere on the display. This is the calibration of the tuner, and it's really important because all instruments in North America and Europe are calibrated for A440. You don't really need to understand exactly what that is about. I just want to make sure that that number is at 440. It's not at 439 or 442. And sometimes the calibration button can get bumped when you're turning it on, so I want to make sure that you can see that number. The next thing you need to know is what the names of all the strings are, and they are E, A, D, G, B, and E. And on a headstock like this, where there's 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom, they go in a circle away from you from largest to smallest. Sometimes on some guitars you're going to see all of the tuning pegs in a row, and simply they just go in order away from you from largest to smallest. The next thing you need to know is which way to turn the tuning peg to make the note go into tune. So in a very simple sense, notes are going to be either perfectly in tune when the needle on the tuner is right in the center and the green light is on, or they're going to be too sharp, which means that the indicator is too far to the right, which means the string is too tight, or they're going to be over on the left, which means they're flat or too low. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do this. So I'm going to play the low E string, and on the tuner it's showing me that it's flat, so it means the string is too loose. To make the string tighter, I'm going to turn the tuning peg away from me, like this. And I'm going to get it so the green light is staying on. One important tip is to give the tuner a few seconds between each time you make an adjustment, because the computer is trying to find the sound wave, and if you just keep constantly playing and turning, it'll be a little bit behind and you may end up putting the guitar really out of tune. So be patient and give the guitar tuner a chance to keep up with you. So now I'm going to try and tune the A string. So this is the opposite. It's too sharp. The string is too tight. So I'm going to turn the next tuning peg towards me to make the string looser. Now I'm going to tune the D string, which is the furthest away on the top. Again, it's too loose, so I'm going to turn it away from me. Now I'm going to tune the G string, which is furthest away on the bottom. Too loose. I'm going to turn it towards me. And then I'm going to tune the B string. Again, too loose. And finally, I'm going to tune the high E string. It's also too loose. Most guitars will tend to go sharp or flat, meaning all of the strings will go in one direction. And this has a lot to do with, how warm it is in the room that your guitar lives in, or whether it's come in and out of the car in the winter, for example. So it'll tend to be one way or the other, but I always want to make sure that you know how to turn it both ways. The other thing that happens a lot on guitar, especially if you're playing electric or if you're doing a lot of string bends, is the strings will go out of tune just from a few times going through some string bends or some exercises like that. So have a tuner close by and get in the habit of always making sure that your guitar is in tune, and it's going to get you really set up well to do it quickly and easily and be able to just get your guitar tuned in a few seconds and away you go. Remember to head on over to yourmusiccoach.com for a free beginner guitar lesson. Thanks for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you soon.